Hey guys, welcome to the Dex, a weekly Pokemon show where we cover trivia and strategy for a different Pokemon each week. I'm Fairy Tale Girl Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz. Alex told me a story.
A story? Well, okay, what do you want the story to be about?
Magic and fairies and pretty stuff like the moon.
The moon? Oh, I've got just a story, but don't fall asleep, it's a good one.
What?
It's Clefable!
Oh, I like this story.
Clefable is the OG real-deal fairy Pokemon. It was called a fairy even before fairy typing was a thing, and it's so magical that once fairy type did happen, it dropped its normal typing completely.
Clefable are very timid Pokemon that live in groups in the mountains far away from people. The reason is because their hearing is so sensitive that the sounds of the city are too much for them. They can hear a pin drop from half a mile away. For that matter, why is the measure of a quiet sound a pin drop? Who's being so careless with their pins? Those are sharp.
They've earned a reputation for being rare since they stay away from humans, but there are actually a bunch of them. Your best chance of seeing one is on the night of the full moon.
That's right! Clefables love the moon, and they absorb moonlight through their little wings to give them the power to float and flutter around. They even evolve with the moonstone, though rumors that they are moon aliens are unconfirmed by the actual canon of the games. Looking at you, anime.
Anyway, on nights when the moon is bright in the sky, the Clefable all come down to the nearest deserted lake. The moonlight in their wings help them to be lighter than water, and they dance and walk on water until the sun begins to rise. Not many humans have seen it, but I bet it's pretty amazing.
That sounds so cool! Can you just imagine their sparkling wings reflecting off the water under the starry sky? It's like something out of a storybook.
Well, yeah, where do you think Clefable gets its name from? A fable is a story that incorporates magic, mythical creatures, and nature.
Ooh, I love fables, and we've got the best segment for that too, don't we?
Well, yeah, but isn't it your job to introduce ridiculous segments?
It's Fairy Type Tales. Something that repeatedly comes up in Clefable's Pokedex entries is that it is a kind of fairy. Not that it is fairy-like or it has fairy characteristics, but that it is a type of fairy, which kind of opens up the possibilities of all sorts of magic in the Pokemon world.
But can Clefable be both a Pokemon and a fairy? And if a Pokemon can also be a mythical creature, then we need to reconsider what the basic concept of being a Pokemon is. I mean, they're more than just animals. They can be converted into data on a computer, they're magic, some of them are smarter than humans. It makes my brain hurt.
Well, give yourself a break, kiddo, because we're not likely to get a solid answer. Even though I do have my theories that I've spent way too much time piecing together from my extensive research on the matter. But hey, let's get back to fairies, you dingus.
If Clefable is truly a fairy, then a few key facts from fairy lore should check out. Fairies, which exist in all kinds of folklore around the world, have many forms, though they are most often depicted as winged humanoids that are small in stature. I'd say Clefable is pretty on point there. Pointy ears. On point.
Yeah, it has a lot of qualities in common with traditional fairies, such as being elusive, possessing the power of flight, becoming active at night, and being playful and peaceful. Though many fairies are often depicted as mischievous, Clefable doesn't really seem to be this way, but hey, not every person has the same personality, right?
Right! And fairies are supposed to be super averse to iron, and touching it will sap their power and life force, like a poison. Since steel is an alloy of iron, the type of weakness makes total sense. So cool. But what about poison and immunity to dragon?
Easy. Remember Tinkerbell, one of the most famous fairies of all? She eats a poison cake to save Peter Pan and totally dies, and she's only brought back by the power of people believing in her. It's such a well-known story that it absolutely makes sense. And what better way to take down a dragon than with another creature of fantasy? They really thought it out and still managed to balance out the game, making Game Freak's designers, once again, my heroes.
Tight! I love stories with happy endings.
Me too, but we can't be done yet.
No, sir, ma'am. I've rustled up some super effective battle strategies for this one. Let's take down the figurative dragon and sometimes literal dragon, by which I mean dragon-type Pokemon and other types you may fight in a Pokemon battle by using these battle strategies.
Too much.
Pokemon! Clefable has pretty solid stats, so maximize that bulk with EVs invested in HP, defense, and special defense. For this set, you're gonna need one with a calm nature.
The ability Magic Guard prevents you from taking any residual damage from status conditions or entry hazards, so switch Clefable in on a Toxic or Will-O-Wisp and get a free Calm Mind boost. You burnt? Clefable don't care.
Moonblast is your oh-so-fitting main stab attack, and Soft Boiled will help you recover when you're low on HP. Supplement that with leftovers, and it's gonna be tough to take her down.
In the last slot, you can use another coverage move like Flamethrower to temper those steel types. After a few Calm Mind boosts, they won't even be a problem.
Of course, that's not the only way to train a Clefable, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Yo, Clefable can do some fun support moves like Stealth Rock and Thunder Wave. Try it out if you need it.
If you're worried about a team sweeping with a boosted Mon, Clefable can sport the ability Unaware, which ignores all stat changes. It's very useful in halting their momentum.
If you're super into aesthetic, Clefable can work pretty well with Moonblast, Wish, Cosmic Power, and Protect. All the battle animations are sparkly and fairy-like too, so it'll be super on theme.
And who would we be if we didn't mention Metronome? Okay guys, Metronome is far too much risk for such little reward. Don't use that. What do you think? But it's kind of fun. It's like a little surprise every time.
And that's it. That was a great bedtime story.
If you want to hear about Clefable's evil alter ego, click here for Gengar. It's a super old episode too, so it's double hilarious.
And if you love fairy tales, click here for the Klefki episode to learn even more about how mischievous fairies can be.
As always, you can lend your support by visiting patreon.com/thatonevideogamer and earn some great donation incentives. You too could see your name in our credits.
Thanks for watching and keep it real. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Fairy Tale Girl Alex.
We'll see you next week for another world famous episode of
The Dex. It's Clefable.
Oh, I like this story.
I'm not really smiling.
It's fairy type tales.
This is gonna be a good one.
Stop. Get out of here. Stop. Go.